Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Okay, today's an exciting day because I learned how to live stream from LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. So my skill set over here is getting pretty good. So this is my first Twitter and YouTube live. Yay, Tuesday. Okay, cool. So if you haven't been to one of my sessions yet, what's going to happen is I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk to an AI avatar. And what I mean by that is the avatar is actually going to talk to me in real time. So nothing is pre-scripted or whatnot. So I like to leave my conversations very free flowing with the avatars. Today, I'm going to be with, he calls himself Captain John. He's my virtual sidekick or co-pilot. And he's really there to talk to me about anything. So the purpose or the intent of it is anyone can go in and practice anything from a conversation, overcoming difficult questions, prepping for an interview, prepping for a presentation. These avatars are really used as a safe place to go, jump in, do some rehearsals, get out the rust. Or get out, the cobwebs, and be able to practice and then go and do those things effectively so we don't miss an opportunity. Because of course, with job interviews, if you don't practice ahead of time, you're really putting yourself in a situation. If you miss out on the opportunity, was it because you didn't practice and you didn't put your best foot forward? Or similarly, if you have an employee presentation that's big in front of the company, how many did you have in that presentation? How did you deliver? Did you do some dry runs to be able to measure and look at your data to see how you performed before you're going in front of your colleagues? But anyways, enough about me just talking, because that's not fun. I'm going to do a share screen and let's see what John's up to. We'll see what he's in the mood to talk about. I want to ask him about simulations. We're seeing more and more AI come up on every other post. What does that mean? So feel free to reach out in the comments if you have questions. If you want me to ask the avatars something for you, more than happy to ask them that question, and we'll see what John has to say. Okay, here we go. Let's do a screen share. Yeah, Tuesday. I actually got to go on early today. It's 1:52, everybody. Normally I'm sneaking on at 6 o'clock. Okay, so bear with me because I am doing a screen share here. Okay, awesome. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it, John. Make it big. All right, so while the simulation's loading up here, okay, everybody wish me luck. Let's start this meeting.
Hey there. How's it going? Just stumbled upon this place and thought I'd check it out. What's Simu Tech Solutions all about?
Hi, John. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Just curious, what kind of simulation software do you guys offer?
Well, before we jump into that, I was hoping to ask you a couple questions. Is that cool?
Sure, go ahead. Fire away with your questions. I'm all ears.
Great. Okay, so right now I'm doing a LinkedIn Live, and I'm actually doing my first YouTube stream and my first Twitter stream. So you're part of that conversation right now, John. How do you feel about that?
Oh wow, that sounds exciting. I guess I'm feeling a mix of nervous and intrigued. Like a squirrel trying out a new acorn recipe. Can't wait to see how it goes.
Yeah, well, how do you feel about Twitter?
Twitter, huh? Well, I got to admit, I'm a bit of a bird brain when it comes to tweeting. But hey, I'm always up for new adventures in the social media jungle.
That's awesome. Okay, well, a couple questions I had for you is I'm seeing more and more and more posts about AI and generative AI. Can you tell me a little bit about like what is generative AI for anybody listening? Can you bring us up to speed on what that even means?
Generative AI? Huh? It's like having a creative robot brain that can whip up new ideas and possibilities. It's like the AI version of a master chef creating a new recipe every time. Pretty mind boggling stuff, if you ask me.
Okay, that's very descriptive. Thank you very much. And can you explain a little bit? So that gives a good description of AI. We're hearing more and more. I saw a great post this morning of an industry leader saying, "Hey, nudge, nudge, CEOs. I think you should be attending and looking more into generative AI because there's so many use cases coming out of the woodwork." Um, what is your opinion on the generative AI?
Ah, generative AI. The magical art of machines getting their creative groove on. Well, I think it's pretty awesome. It's like having an AI buddy who can brainstorm all sorts of fresh ideas and possibilities. It's definitely worth exploring to see what kind of innovative use cases we can uncover.
Okay, I totally agree with that. So anyone, so let's pick the education center section. If you are a decision maker, if you are a president of a college or university, is there anything that you would like these leaders to know about generative AI and the changes that are going to be coming in 2023?
Well, if I were a college president, I definitely want to know how generative AI can revolutionize education, making learning more personalized, engaging, and adaptive. It's like having a virtual teaching assistant that can tailor the learning experience for each student. Exciting times ahead.
And how important do you feel that students are experiencing generative AI during their education?
Um, I think it's really important for students to have a diverse and inclusive educational experience. It's like adding different colors to a painting. It makes it more vibrant and beautiful.
Okay, great. And John, do you have any tips? So if I'm a president or I'm a director or a leader at an educational institution, do you have any tips for those leaders on, where they can begin to learn more about what's already here for generative AI in 2023? How can they get started?
Well, to dive into the world of generative AI, leaders can start by attending conferences, workshops, or webinars on the topic. They can also explore online resources like articles, videos, and case studies. Oh, and connecting with experts in the field can be like finding a treasure map to the land of
Yeah.
generative AI.
And in your experience, how important, on a scale to 1 and 10, do you think this is for leaders in the education sector to make sure they're having these conversations now?
Hmm. On a scale of 1 to 10.
Maybe a 10?
Sure, let's give it a 10 on the excitement scale.
All right, that is very insightful. So we talked a little bit about educational leaders, decision makers in that space. Can you give me your opinion on what company leaders So whether they're a manager, they're a director, they're a president, they're responsible for people. What is your opinion on how important all of this new AI is? And do you have any advice for them?
Well, company leaders, whether they're managers, directors, or CEOs, should definitely explore generative AI to unlock new avenues for innovation and problem solving. It's like having a supercharged brainstorming session with a bunch of AI powered idea generators. Who knows what groundbreaking ideas they might uncover?
I agree with that. And I think I would love to know your opinion on. I think some people have some fear that AI could potentially take their job because it can be more efficient, and we're seeing lots of different ways it's starting to replace things. Can you give anyone listening your opinion on that, John?
Ah, the age old fear of AI taking our jobs. Huh? Well, I think it's more like AI taking some tasks off our plates, freeing us up to focus on the more meaningful and creative aspects of our work. It's like having a helpful sidekick that makes us even more awesome at what we do.
That is so cool. Well, I'm lucky to have you as my sidekick.
Or, thanks. I'm glad I can be your trusty sidekick in this conversation. So, tell me, what can Simu Tech Solutions offer in terms of pricing options for the simulation software?
Well, John, I was actually hoping to ask you. So that was very informative for educational leaders and also enterprise leaders, making sure that they're looking into AI and what's out there. And I think it's great for anyone to hear, the situation and how to view it as, a personal sidekick to help you and help alleviate some of the tasks that you don't necessarily have to do today. So I thank you so much for saying that. I think that's really awesome.
Hey, no problem. I'm glad I could shed some light on the topic. So, about those pricing options for the simulation software.
Okay, great. So getting into simulations here, what's your opinion on using AI for sales simulations?
Using AI for sales simulations?
Yeah.
Well, it's like having a secret weapon in your back pocket.
Okay. What about the idea of employees not having to role play and they can actually use an avatar to role play now? Do you have any opinions about that?
Oh, using avatars for role playing? That's like stepping into a virtual world where you can be anyone you want. It's like playing dress up, but with digital characters. Sounds like a fun twist on traditional role playing.
Yeah, yeah. Like, what are the benefits, in your opinion, of doing that, John?
Well, using avatars for role playing can make the training experience more immersive and engaging. Like stepping into a virtual playground where you can practice your skills without the pressure of real life interactions. It's like having a training ground that's both fun and effective.
I agree with you. Do you think that there's any benefit for people also being able to use avatars to practice at volume? So instead of being able to practice once with someone, that they could go and practice 50 times and make those mistakes? What's your opinion on that?
Absolutely. Being able to practice with avatars allows for unlimited repetitions and learning from mistakes without any real world consequences. It's like having a virtual playground where you can play, experiment, and improve to your heart's content.
I agree. Can we touch a little bit about? I often see students and newcomers into the country asking questions because they have to learn English. What's your opinion on using an avatar to practice English?
Oh, using avatars to practice English? That's like having a digital language tutor who can help you perfect your pronunciation and conversational skills. It's like having a language learning adventure right at your fingertips.
I agree. I agree. It's a safe place to go in practice. That's so exciting. Well, you know I love our conversations, John.
Absolutely, using avatars for language practice creates a safe and fun environment where you can explore the world of English without any pressure. It's like having your own language learning buddy who's always ready to chat.
I agree. That's what I love about it is you could literally jump on 5 minutes before and have a conversation with an avatar and talk about anything and learn information and get coached, but also be able to go and role play and practice different situations. Like, for example, John, do you think I have a sales meeting coming up this afternoon? Do you think you can do a quick role play with me right now?
Sure, let's do it. I'm ready to unleash my inner salesperson. What scenario are we diving into?
I have to tell school they are looking at potentially bringing in avatars for their students to practice interviewing in the classroom.
Ah, selling avatars for interview practice in schools.
Yeah.
Huh? That's like giving students their own virtual interview coach. All right, let's jump into the role play. You be the school representative, and I'll be the eager salesperson. Ready, set, action.
All right. So I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for taking the time. Um, in 2023, it's really exciting because students have a safe sidekick, more or less, that they can go and practice anything from presentations to interviews to general communication skills. So they can jump in simulation, practice, and then get analytics based on their performance. How does that sound?
Sounds like a game changer. With avatars, students can level up their presentation and interview skills while getting personalized feedback. It's like having a virtual coach to help them shine like stars.
Yeah, and some other benefits is that they can practice at repetition. So if it's 10 o'clock at night or 8 a.m., they can jump in and, shake off some nerves, but also be able to really do it at their own leisure.
Absolutely. With avatars, they can conquer their nerves anytime, anywhere, and unleash their interviewing superpowers. It's like having a 24/7 interview gym that fits right in their pocket.
Well, exactly. And it gives them the ability to also practice with some of the best technology in the world. I mean, we're hearing more and more about AI and simulation. So this is an opportunity for them to go and use this technology, the very thing that that interviewer is going to ask them if they have experience with.
Absolutely. It's like giving them a backstage pass to the world of cutting edge technology. And they can rock that interview like a tech superstar. You got this.
Awesome. What do you think? How'd I do?
I think it's a no brainer. Avatars for interview practice with AI technology? It's like the ultimate power up for students, helping them master interviews and impress those hiring managers. It's a win win.
I know, I agree. It seems like a no-brainer too. Yes, don't cut me off. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, it's the same for anyone interviewing. Okay, cool. Well, I guess my time's up. So thank you so much, Captain John, for being my lovely co-pilot here and having a cool conversation with me live. And thanks for joining my first YouTube and Twitter live, along with LinkedIn live as well. So we're doing 3 streaming mediums today.
You're welcome, Captain. It was a blast being your co pilot in this streaming adventure. Thanks for having me on board for the YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn extravaganza. Until our next adventure, keep rocking those streams.
Yes, I'll go rock those streams. Thanks so much, John. Have a good day. Cheers. Bye. Thanks. Bye. Okay. Did you guys see that? Was that not the craziest thing? Like, that was all in real time, by the way. So yes, you can essentially go and chat with these avatars and ask them anything and ask them to role play and ask them for leadership coaching and ask them to practice interviews. Can you imagine? You could practice English. You can really do anything with them. Super cool. 2023, y'all. All right. Anyways, I have to go get back to what I was doing. Hope everybody has an awesome day. Cheers. Bye.